topic. For those of you who are not familiar with me, my name is Janelle Renee. I am your faithologist, certified life and business mindset coach, and I help entrepreneurial moms to build profitable and purpose-driven coaching businesses so that they can live a lifestyle of designed around the business that they want, right? Literally build a business around the lifestyle they desire and be able to have the freedom and the flexibility to be present with their children and to really just live the life that they've dreamt of, a life of freedom, a life of just being in on their own terms, right? Building a life on their own terms through a profitable and purpose-driven business. And so that is what I help my clients to do. And I can literally just share with you quickly how I myself, like when I was building out my business, I earlier on in my coaching career, I literally would self-sabotage my business unknowingly. I just didn't realize that I was building my business off of just like what I thought making money was like, right? So throughout these years, ever since I was working since I was 15 years old, right? And so like I just knew I was programmed to just work really, really hard for money. Like I was programmed that for me to get a paycheck, it required high stress, it required high anxiety, it required, just like just the grit and the grind. And it wasn't until recently that I realized, like, wait, like I have literally built my business because it was just flowing so um it was flowing so beautifully, and I was actually making money doing what I really truly love to do, and I was having fun with it. I would self sabotage. Like, unbeknownst to me, my body, my nervous system was regulated for high stress environments. Working in the emergency department as a nurse, like, that is high stress, intense, like adrenaline, like cortisone levels on high all the time. 12 hours for 12 hours a day and on 12-hour shifts. Even after work, I would literally bring that same high anxiety home and would bring that into my coaching business without realizing it. And I'm like, why am I like procrastinating to get things done, and then the last minute I'm like, oh, I got to get it done, and I'm like, my adrenalines are rushing, and I'm like, okay, I'm just like, all right, we got to get it done. That's because my body was so used to high intense situations. My body was so used to high anxiety environments to make money. And so because of that, I brought that same thought or that same belief into my business, and it didn't have to be. So if you are building your business right now and you find that you are constantly grinding and not actually like sustaining your business through grace, right? You're not sustaining your business through God's grace. You're not sustaining it in a sense of flow, but you're really just like like gun hard, going hard, doing all the things and not actually being the person. Hi guys. Not actually being the person to be able to enjoy, really just enjoy and know like, okay, this business that I'm building, it is a business that is going to it's going to outlive me, right? The imprint that I'm leaving here on this earth, because this is my purpose work, I'm leaving an imprint on this universe. I'm leaving a dent, my own dent on this universe by doing what God has called me to do, right? And still being paid for it, being paid and profitable and being present with your children. And that is something that I'm huge on. This is why I really feel led and called to work with moms, because as a mother myself, I know what it's like to leave my children for 12-hour shifts multiple days a week, and having to grit and grind and work so hard under high stress for income, and just being burnt out because of it. And so because of that, I correlated it with anytime I'm making money. That's why it was just so weird for me, like when I was making money without having to be burnt out. It just felt so weird. And I had to literally retrain my nervous system. I had to really And I'm still doing it. Still, I think it's an ongoing process, especially when you've been working for decades and you've been, just experiencing this type of hustle mentality, that when you are able to now work in purpose and you're now able to just enjoy the work that you're doing, it feels a little funny. It feels like, okay, waiting for the other shoe to drop, right? Waiting for something to go wrong, waiting for it to, like, you're just like, wait, no, it can't be this simple. And so um I just wanted to like really give this analogy. So as business owners, we are leaders, right? And if we are called to lead others toward, especially as coaches and mentors, if we are called to lead people from one from yeah, yes, I understand that. If we are called to lead someone from A to B, we have to be able to lead ourselves first and foremost. And if you can't lead yourself, then you are not equipped to lead anyone else, right? And so there's this super powerful analogy that I often give to my clients that I really love it. So it's pretty much like you have to like look at and I actually have an acronym for LEAD, but before I jump into the acronym, I want to just share this quick analogy. Just imagine yourself on a Porsche, right? Just, you're sitting on a Porsche outside of your house, and your neighbors are walking by, and your neighbors are fear, your neighbors are doubt, your neighbors are imposter syndrome, right? Or anger, whatever, right? Your neighbors are these emotions, they're walking by. And so you see them coming, you see them, you're sitting on your porch, you're sipping your lemonade, you're rocking, to and fro in your rocking chair, whatever, you're just chilling, beautiful day. But you see fear, you see anxiety, you see doubt, you see imposter syndrome walking down the road, you see it coming. Are you going to now like call them inside, call them on your porch, invite them inside for tea, right? Are you going to invite them in for coffee? No, you're not going to do that. You're going to continue to observe them and just allow them to go about their merry way. You're not going to call them in, right? You're not going to call them in and have them sit with you and be in your space, right? To be in your home. And so you have to look at that, like you have to look at your emotions in that way, right? You have to look at it in that way. Don't allow your emotions to take over. Don't allow your emotions to take over your business, especially as a leader in your business. And so it's really important that you understand that you have to be able to identify it from afar, right? Identify the emotions, see them from afar and wave at them and allow them to go just continue to walk on their merry way, right? And so yeah, so you want to make sure that you are doing that, because one thing you do not want to do is allow fear to be in the midst of you running your business. You don't want doubt to be in the midst of you building your business, right? You want to continue to build your business despite fear, despite doubt, despite imposter syndrome. You still want to show up. You want to market your business despite imposter syndrome. You want to continue to show up and sell your offer, and you want to sell from a place of faith and not fear, right? You want to be able to continue to put your offer out there despite any doubts or imposter syndrome. Like, you do not want these emotions to run your business. And it's really important that you do not allow the circumstances of life or people's opinions or, whatever to like deter you from building your purpose driven business, the business that God has called you to build. And so I do have an acronym for LEAD. And so the acronym for LEAD, the L in LEAD is, when you are leading, you have to lead with love. You have to lead with love. You have to lead from a place of, okay, I love the clients that I'm called to serve. You got to lead knowing that you are loving the God who's called you to do the work that he's called you to do, right? You gotta also love the work that you do. Not every single nook and cranny of it. It's not every single thing a part of your business. It's not every part of your business that you're gonna absolutely love. Let's just be honest. But because you love the people you're called to serve, because you love God who's called you to serve them, you're going to show up and you're going to lead from a place of love, and you're going to create the content, you're going to market, you're going to sell, all from a place of love and loving the results and the transformation that your clients are able to see because of the work that you're doing. And so that's what I mean when I'm saying lead with love, right? And so, for an example, so I go deeper into this inside of my Call to Coach workshop. And this workshop is actually going to be hosted tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to leave the link in the description so that you can sign up. But in this workshop, I'm going to be revealing the 3 secrets to help you to build a profitable and purposeful coaching business and really be able to show you and pinpoint the number one mistake that most coaches are making that is prohibiting them from growing their business. I'm also going to be showing you how to be as productive and make the most of your time while growing your business without sacrificing your family time, without added stress, without the grind, without the hustle, just really operating from God's grace. And I'm going to be showing you how to be able to make massive sales in your business without a massive audience, right? And so these are the 3 secrets that I'm going to be sharing with you in tomorrow's workshop. And I'm going to be showing you how you can actually profit from your God-given purpose work by creating a business that is in alignment with your God-given purpose and still being able to be paid with your children doing what you love. And so that is going to be in the workshop tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But that is just how you are able to, when you actually build a business that you love, you're able to now lead from a place of love. All right. And so the E in lead is to, just like the acronym that I shared earlier, but the acronym, just like the analogy that I shared earlier, you want to be able, you have to lead from a place of emotional intelligence, right? You have to be able to channel your emotions, feel the emotions, but not allow them to completely overtake you. You want to be able to feel the anger, right? But not react. You can respond, right? You can feel the anger, but you don't have to react to it, right? And you have to be able to feel, you can feel sad. You can feel sad, but don't allow it to overtake you. Don't invite it over and dwell in it forever and like invite it for tea and coffee and dinner. Like, no, like, don't allow it to overtake you and overshadow the business that you're building. When this is how you're able to really build from a sense of grace and not grind, because you're able to emotionally recognize as well the thoughts that are leading to those emotions, right? Because every thought is connected to an emotion. And so the thoughts that you're thinking, it leads to a feeling. And so if you just simply like switch the thought around, right? Whatever thought you might be thinking, maybe you're thinking, okay, oh, I didn't make any sales last week or whatever, right? You can literally flip that thought and say, I planted seeds last week, right? So you might not have made the actual sale last week, but you planted seeds. You showed up, you marketed your business, you planted seeds. Those seeds will sprout. You just got to keep sowing, keep planting your seeds, keep sowing, and you will reap. That is Bible. That is literally Galatians 6:9. Like, you will reap what you sow. Just don't grow weary in well doing. That is the word of God. Don't grow weary in well doing, because you will reap the harvest. You just got to keep seeing the seeds that you're planting every time you're showing up, every time you're marketing, every time you are continuing to put one foot in front of the other to build your business. You are planting seeds. All right. Okay. Hey, how are you? So you want to just, continue to practice metacognition. Think about the thoughts that you're thinking of, because every thought is connected to a feeling. If you don't like the feelings that you're having, switch the thought. That is it. Start to prophetically declare the things that you want to see. Prophetically declare that over your day. Use your words. Your tongue is a weapon. Your tongue has the power of life and death in it. Use it. Use it. That is your weapon of defense. That is your weapon of defense. All right. Speak the word of God over your situation. Right. And so that's the E. You want to lead with emotional intelligence. The A in lead is to lead with authenticity. You got to lead with authenticity. You cannot be anyone else besides yourself. Everyone else is taking. Everyone else is taken. So just be yourself. What are your likes? What are your dislikes? What are your values, right? What are the things that you value most in life? What are the things that, what is your mission, right? What is your mission with your business? Who are you called to help? Who are you called to serve? What is your vision with your business? Where do you see your business going, right? These are the things that you have to be able to articulate and just be authentic in it. Just be true and honest to who you are, because that is how people are going to truly connect to who you are. They can't connect to a false persona of you. You can just show up and be yourself, right? Speak the values that you have. Speak you know, your experiences, your real life experiences. Like, speak about the things that you've actually gone through, the things that you've actually triumphed over. You can show up and testify about those things. Share your own personal stories. Like, how can you connect with your audience authentically? By your own stories, right? Your day in, day out life stories. And I often share, like, a lot of my content, especially more so on Instagram, is just like geared to like, and my emails as well. It's like geared to just like everyday scenarios and how that all relates back to how can I reframe that to an analogy for business, for growing your business, because that's what I help my clients to do. So all of the things that I deal with every single day, like, I can literally, it's called story selling. I literally take the stories of my everyday, ordinary life and shape it back to marketing my business and just showing how everyday life experiences can translate into growing your business, because that's what I help my clients to do. And so just be authentic, be true to who you are, be true to your values. You gotta stand for something, otherwise you're gonna fall for anything. All right. And so don't be shy. Don't lead away from showcasing the real you. Just showcase the real you. And then finally, the D in lead. The D is to lead with discipline, right? And so when you have when you know God has shown you like a glimpse of your destiny, he's shown you a vision of your future, right? It's so important that you continue to be disciplined every single day. Like, God is going to show you the vision. He's going to show you the top of the staircase, and he's going to show you the first step, right? And so he's shown you the top of the staircase. That's where you're headed, but you don't see all the steps to get there. You only see the first step. But it's a matter of you trusting God and stepping out on faith and trusting and knowing that, okay, he's shown you the first step. Now it's a matter of taking the next step and then taking the next step. And when you take that step, he'll show you the next step. And that's what it is. It's really just being disciplined in a sense to, you're going to show up, do the work, walk in faith, continue to show up regardless of, even if you're not even seeing the results that you want to see, right? You still show up every day. You continue to innovate, right? You continue to innovate. You did it one way. Now it's time to elevate that way, and then elevate, right? But you're continuing to be disciplined. Discipline is doing what you don't feel like doing in the moment that you got to do it. But it's because the way the Lord showed this to me and the way he broke it down was like discipline is like making a decision. It's like that day in, day out, minute by minute, second by second decision to get to take the next step closer to your destiny, right? It's like the decisions that you're making day by day, minute by minute, second by second. That is discipline. It's like literally making a choice. It's making that decision to say, you know what? This is the step that's going to take me closer to the destiny that God has for me. So let me go ahead and do it. Even when I don't feel like doing it, even when I feel like being in bed, I'm going to show up and I'm going to still step out and do what it is that God has called me to do, right? And so that is the D, right? So you cannot lead anyone else if you do not have discipline. You have to have discipline in yourself. You got to be able to lead yourself before you can lead anyone else. And so just as a quick recap, You have to be able to lead from love, right? Lead with love. You're going to lead from a place of emotional intelligence. You're going to lead from a place of authenticity, and you're going to lead with discipline. And you want to make sure that you are leading from a place of peace and God's presence and not pressure, right? If you want to really build a business without the grit and the grind and not take, the things that you've had to deal with, like in your career, that high intensity environment into your coaching business, you have to learn to lead yourself with love, lead your clients with love, lead with emotional intelligence, lead with authenticity, lead with discipline, lead from a place of God's presence. And this is done in the secret place with God every single day. The secret is in the secret place. Like, honestly, that is where you are able to really build the character, build the discipline, build the faith. God continues to just reveal the vision to you, to keep the vision at the forefront of your mind. When you close your eyes, you should be seeing your God-given vision. And that is what's going to allow you to continue to show up day after day, leading yourself so that you can then lead your clients to the transformation that your offer is giving them, right? And so that is what I have for you. And so just continue. See yourself on the porch. Allow those emotions of fear, imposter syndrome, doubt, like just see it pass you by. Do not invite those emotions in for tea. Do not dwell with them. Do not sit with them. Do not invite them in for dinner. Build your business despite of the fear. Build your business despite of the doubt. Build and market your business in spite of the imposter syndrome. Doesn't matter what it looks like on the surface or on the outside, right? You are walking by faith. You're building your business by faith and with strategy, of course, but you have to be able to lead with intentionality and despite what it looks like for you, right? Continue to lead yourself, because you cannot lead others if you do not know how to first lead yourself. All right. And so that's what I have for you. I pray that it's been a blessing to you. Sign up for the workshop. It is tomorrow at 1 p.m. It's called Call to Coach. If you know God has called you to coach, called you to build a profitable and purpose-driven business that aligns with your desired lifestyle so that you can be present with your children, be sure to sign up for the Call to Coach workshop tomorrow. In the meantime, or you can just literally comment under this video, comment coach, and I'll send you the link to register as well. All right. But the link will also be underneath. All right. So I love you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Before I go, I'm going to tell you, just as God told me, put one foot in front of the other, step out on faith, and trust God for the next step. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.